Walay grasyahu, yalatsa za malago na besingonyamzo. Stavo gi paseo nai, za guanu matsa apagongho. Depois, misgintati zi kanai tauta za patsa badbaso. E comigo, qual é o diolo? Não pap. Sai badbastauto, para eu fazer mandicloro gera. A nome guntension mu, pois estive sem olho. Policial. Sazanginu bira zo za kagega bueno. Toko. Alos últimos lá eu biro za contata fana zona lodo kudunya. Pois já tá no tunas linha Hafa Brown. Malago mumu. Ani hungug lai Bosnia kana nakatio. Sesta tungo usti is kana dikikiamza kasunis kadada kasunis mamame. Wata za sakat selekko za kana putti zona gasa. Likwai lai chu. Estabi with the dos. Sa 50 anos de bumuma. Tua nesta tiny finho. Decido lockazo, mas é malago. Cada tulilio, decido danço, mas é ordomo. Itu lai bastante. Muna dosa. Ai, vai dia. Ni fanta falagi za papai pala manabuko sa. Mangina nia lai no. Atulin lotes and potos kebakan mangongas is ni toro ni toro papa da tadegi ha okay. Fighting just for the fun of it was a very popular way of spending free time during my childhood, and we had a lot of free time. There were no radios, no TV, no basketball, no Nintendo games, no football games, no cars, no amusement parks. And with so much time on our hands, fighting was at least an energy burner. Now, there were a lot of our friends around to keep us from hurting one another so we could survive and fight again on another day. Historically, diarists and journalists who accompanied early explorers alluded to men of great strength and physique in the Marianas. Legend has it that there were frequent tests of strength and endurance among the chiefs of the various villages and islands. Since there were no sophisticated weapons in those days, these confrontations involved physical strength, and as a consequence, the strongest survive. It was not to be until a few hundred years later before Charles Darwin himself established the theory on survival of the fittest. One of the most renowned of the Chamorro chiefs was Gadao of Inarahan. This artistic rendition reflects his reputed size and stamina. One story told of his ability to husk a coconut with 2 fingers of one hand in just 2 seconds. So back in September, when I heard about this, I picked up this large coconut and tried for months to husk it with only 2 fingers of one hand. As you can see, the coconut has begun to sprout, and I haven't even made a dent. Finally, I conceded defeat. I then decided to visit Gadao's cave in Inarahan. Small wonder that not many people have attempted to see the cave, for it is a very hazardous trek to reach it. Footpaths are narrow, and the jagged coral rocks near the entrance are razor sharp. As we approached the cave entrance, we saw these multiple lusongs on a very large rock beneath an overhanging stone near the entrance. It was very easy to imagine a whole family sitting around the lusongs at mealtime. Up to this point, I was only familiar with lusongs carved out of stone that, though heavy, were portable. In all of the original Ladi sites we visited, we found lusongs just as they were left in the jungle centuries ago. Up to the first half of this century, lusongs were used on Guam, as shown in this picture of 2 women pounding rice. This is a replica of a lomok, which is used with the lusong. They are known as pestle and mortar in English. This method of preparing food and medicine was used in cultures worldwide, In fact, this modern version that you see here is a prominent international pharmaceutical symbol. Entering Gadao's cave was the most thrilling part of the sojourn, designed to learn more about this great fighter. These pictographs of the inner walls of his cave are in exceptionally remarkable shape. It is my understanding that there's general agreement among archaeologists that the pictographs are authentic. There is, however, no consensus on their meaning. Legend has it that it was Gadao's way of keeping record of his conquests by actual combat and through intimidation. After leaving Gadao's cave, I felt I had to try once more to husk a coconut. But this time I decided that the technique I learned from my father was my best chance. Using the traditional hegao, I did my best and succeeded in getting to the coconut and cracking it. I'm sorry, however, to say that I had to concede defeat to Gadao once more. He husked his coconut in 2 seconds. I simply could not do it any faster than 3. Unong gizo, no? E Diyos ang anyo? Pwede si Diyos ubindisi todo ni BisitaGuam. Este criminal talo de otro sacan. Buena suerte, Steven Blasio.